Our special breaking news coverage continues for the 11 o'clock hour. Coast to coast nationwide, No King's Day protests, as organizers are calling them, are underway. Here at home, the protests in LA kicked off a little less than an hour ago. Today is expected to be a historic day of demonstrations. Those No King's Day organizers say they are protesting against President Trump and his policies.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the KTLA Morning News special coverage at 11 a.m. I'm Megan Tellis.
And I'm Lauren Lister. We thank you for joining us. And if you were streaming online, thank you for continuing. If you've made the switch over from broadcast, we thank you so much. Our breaking news coverage continues of the massive nationwide demonstrations against President Trump and what's being called No King's Day. And that's where we find KTLA's Erin Myers. She's on the ground in downtown LA, which is expected to be the largest of these protests locally. And Erin, we have seen a very large crowd out on the streets there.
Hi, you two. Good morning. Yeah, they were expecting thousands, and that is what we are seeing. Around 9 o'clock, still didn't see that many people, and then all of a sudden you just saw throngs of them start to arrive, and you can see some of them here behind me. It started at City Hall. Now they are marching. There was a rally earlier, and as I said, we're seeing so many people up here, and I have one family. They came from all over Orange County, Inland Empire. We're going to start with Andre. Now, Phyllis, you guys got the entire family out here. Why'd you want to be here?
Well, my beautiful family's here. I got my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, and we're out here because it's really important that we support each other, but we all do it in a very peaceful way. I mean, look, like my sign says, once Columbus arrived, we all became immigrants, you know, so everybody's here. We should all do this for a good cause, you know, speak in a good way. So that's why we're all here, for love.
For love.
Yes.
And then tell me a little bit, you mentioned the peaceful. I've been hearing from so many people that is really the way to get the message across, actually. The violence that we've seen at some of these protests not going to get the reaction that is needed.
Absolutely. Look, you know, the media will always try to portray, let's get violence out there or so forth. We don't need to do that. Everything is peaceful. We can do this in a peaceful way. We're all if you just look around, everybody's walking around with their signs up, and I think it's going to be a good sunny day here in Los Angeles.
And then Lorraine, talk to me a little bit about what you're hoping the messages from today, that the administration, because people are speaking out against the Trump administration, what do you want them to hear?
That we're all humans. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about caring about people. We're all here for one reason, and that is the American dream. Whether you come from South America, Central America, Europe, wherever you come from, we all just want the American dream for our families, and that's why we're here, because it is not about being wrong, it's not about being right, it's about being human.
And you guys have a little one with you. What do you hope he gets from this?
We just want to show him, you know, what it is to be equal rights, no matter where you come from. We want him to know that we're here to protest because we don't like dictatorship, and we want everyone's rights to be equal and for everybody to be treated as a human being.
And they are calling this No King's Day. Talk to me a little bit about, President Trump has said he doesn't feel like a king. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Trump is definitely not a king, that's for sure. Look, I understand it's his birthday. I mean, look what everything going on over there in Iran right now. Look what everything that's going on. I mean, it's common sense. Let's wake up, America. We need to do things what's right for us. Like I said, it's about love. Love each other, you know, help each other. We should be supporting each other. We don't need to be hurting each other. And that's the message that we need to be sending to everybody today.
And then your thoughts, I know law enforcement, they're telling people to get their voices out there, to be heard, but to do so, as we said, peacefully. What is it like? Have you seen the National Guard? You've seen the Marines here. How do you feel with that?
As you can see here, it's very peaceful. Except you are always going to have those people that are going out of the ways to make it unpeaceful, but everybody, you hear the music, everybody's celebrating. We're here for a good cause. We're hoping that law enforcement is here to help us, so they're here all around. They're here to protect us. So I think this is going to be a really good result for everybody.
Thank you both for speaking to us, and thank you as well. Once again, though, there are protests happening all across the country. About 2,000, we're told. They are expecting millions to take to the streets. This one here in downtown, they're going to march, and we are hearing they will be back at City Hall at some point, but right now everybody's taking off and getting out there. They've got their signs. We're hearing the music right now, but the goal, as we've been saying throughout the morning, nonviolent protests, everything hopefully to remain peaceful. And on that, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Erin, I love that you're talking to people on the ground and getting their perspectives. And I'm curious, going forward, an interesting question would be how many people this is their first protest they've come to, or this week, or if they've been out at the immigration protest earlier this week would be interesting. I'd be curious to know.
That, and also for those maybe who never had intentions of going out to this, but due to what has happened this week with the ICE raids, was that more fuel to their fire to get them to make a sign to get out there?
I think so. From what we're hearing, it's about 50-50, at least from what I've seen with people I've talked to. Some have been out here prior, some very first protest, and they said they knew this was happening before, but the anti-immigration protests throughout the week fueled them also to be out here again today. So we're seeing a mixture of both, first-time protesters and those who've already been out here in downtown.
Erin, thank you so much for that reporting on the ground there. You're looking at downtown LA. Now let's look at where another one of these protests is going on, because they are planned in a number of cities all throughout our region. The Sheriff's Department for LA County said 30 events in LA County that he was aware of the No Kings Day protests. You're looking now at Long Beach. This is where another No Kings protest is getting underway. You can see the protesters out there on the streets and the cars driving by and honking. Demonstrations lining the road there. This is going on at Bixby Park Annex, East Ocean Boulevard and Junipero Avenue in Long Beach.
And it's just one of the many protests happening today across Southern California and across the country. Here was a look at both protests now. We got downtown LA from up in the sky, so Sky 5, and on the ground in Long Beach. We can now go to Rich Prickett, who's overhead downtown LA. That's where we have Sarah Welch there this morning, Erin Myers. And exactly where are you now, Rich?
I'm looking at City Hall right now, right here on Spring Street, where we're still seeing thousands of people here near Grand Park. Now, the march is on the move. They are making their way down Broadway as we speak. The plan is to make their way to Pershing Square. And
Okay, we've lost Rich's audio, but you can see that the enormous crowd is lining
really
the streets there.
Back with you here.
All around the City Hall area. Rich, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, so over here at City Hall, we're seeing what still a lot of people that are here along Spring Street and in Grand Park, right at the steps of City Hall. But we're seeing thousands of people, if not tens of thousands of people, making their way down towards Pershing Square. So it's going to be a very busy area right there around Hill and Olive Street. So they're making their way. There's First Street there. So Spring to First Street, over to Broadway, and just as far as the eye can see down Broadway here is just a large crowd. The march that's making its way down towards Pershing Square. They're making a turn down 5th Street. Peaceful protest right now. Organizers are doing what they can for traffic control. Fortunately, we're not seeing a lot of cars here on the streets of downtown Los Angeles, at least where the march is happening, but some people having to kind of make their way out of the intersections and turn around and go the other way as the crowd is making their way through. So if you don't need to be in the downtown area, at least from City Hall, around City Hall or Pershing Square over the next several hours, I would advise just try and stay out of the area, because there will be some rolling closures and just a lot of congestion here for this No Kings protest. Again, that is very peaceful at this time, but we'll be carrying on throughout the day. Ladies.
And Rich, you talked about the on and off ramps of the 101 closed, so people getting down there. There are lots of closures surrounding the area this morning, and hours from now, starting at 8 p.m. We know that the curfew will go into effect. It will be lifted tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. But it looks like a lot of energy down there. And again, we keep saying it, so far so peaceful, which is some good news this morning. Rich Prickett up in Sky 5, thank you. We'll check back in with you in just a bit. Hundreds of U.S. Marines on the ground here in Los Angeles protecting the Westwood Federal Building.
Yeah, the troops have no role in customary police work, but they have detained a civilian trying to get into the VA yesterday. KTLA's Carlos Herrera is live in Westwood this morning with the details. He's been monitoring the scene there. And Carlos, you noted this is not an area where No King's Day protests are planned.
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of people stopping by asking us, hey, are there any protest demonstrations set to happen here? We say they're not, and they start heading to downtown, to Culver City, to West Hollywood, those locations that indeed will be having those protests. You can see we're now approaching the shift change this morning at the federal building. These are some of the 200 U.S. Marines that are here staged at the Wilshire Federal Building since yesterday. They got right to work, as you know, taking over the responsibilities from the National Guard troops to the soldiers that were here just a few days ago. Again, monitoring the property, making sure that those who access the building, access the property, do have the proper identification. You see far in the distance there, Megan and Lauren, that's Westwood Recreation Park. A lot of people coming by this morning for soccer practice, for any type of recreation, and a lot of people walking over to the federal building just to take this in, really taking pictures, recording, whatever. Remember, this is the first time that active duty U.S. Marines have been deployed to Los Angeles since 1992. That's when the LA riots happened in our area. So over 30 years. And again, this is a rare occasion for folks in this area. So they want to get a glimpse of it, want to record it, want to take a picture. On we go to the video here because I was talking about how these troops got right to work as soon as they arrived in the LA area yesterday. In fact, they detained a man just outside of the building. They put zip ties around his wrist. They held him temporarily before they handed him over to civilian authorities, and that's actually right in accordance with protocol here. The man saying he's a 27-year-old veteran who admits crossing over the yellow tape, trying to get to the Veterans Affairs Department. He says Marines treated him fairly and were just doing their job. White House officials say that's exactly what these 700 Marines and 4,000 National Guard soldiers are here for. They're here to protect the federal property and personnel. The military forces, we also know, will accompany ICE agents on immigration raids and will take no chances. According to Defense Department rules, during an extraordinary emergency, military commanders may also be able to take limited immediate action to prevent mass destruction or restore crucial public services. Troops would also be expected to take action if their lives or the lives of others are in risk. But this morning, we've been hearing from leaders, both state and locally. They say this military presence comes with controversy. They don't welcome it. It actually sets a dangerous standard and threatens the limits on military authority here at home.
So think about all that is going on in the world today and then ask yourself, why, if all of these troops are deployed here, why are there more military troops in Los Angeles than in Iraq? Just think about that for a minute. We are clear that we are a test case, and they want to see just how far federal overreach can go.
And just this morning, we've learned that U.S. Senator Alex Padilla of California is leading the entire Senate Democratic caucus in demanding President Trump to remove military forces from Los Angeles. In a letter to the president, he wrote, quote, "This unilateral action represents an alarming abuse of executive authority, continues to inflame the situation on the ground, and undermines the constitutional balance of power between the federal government and the states. Significantly, it also pulls military assets away from other critical missions and is a waste of taxpayer dollars." That's the end of the quote there. He has also called for these protests that are going on across California and across the nation to continue today, but he's urging folks, of course, to remain peaceful here. Now, the big question, of course, Megan and Lauren, when will these troops leave this area? That's, of course, part of the ongoing battle between Governor Gavin Newsom, state leaders, and the Trump administration. We don't know that yet. It's unclear. We did learn that the Trump administration is now demanding ICE to pause immigration arrests at restaurants, at hotels, at farms. That's, of course, amid the concerns that it's hurting those key industries. But again, that is not to say that these raids will be stopping. We're expecting them to continue across the LA area today, and we're also expecting, as you know, these demonstrations to go on. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Carlos, thank you so much for that. We'll check back in with you. Let's go live now to pictures from around Washington, D.C. Amid President Trump's military parade in celebration of the Army's 250th anniversary, there are protests for the so-called No Kings Day demonstrations that we've been showing you. Now, while people are attending the Army's festivities before the parade, that's up on the top left of your screen, thousands are attending protests. So far, we are told that it has all been peaceful. We will continue monitoring that. I also want to say that President Trump did post on Truth Social 3 hours ago, quote, "Our great military parade is on, rain or shine. Remember, a rainy day parade brings good luck. I'll see you all in D.C. This parade will begin at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. But activities leading up to it, you can see people are lined up to see some of the military apparatus that is on display as opponents of President Trump and his policies are hitting the streets to protest. They're calling it No Kings Day. As for President Trump, he has commented on the protests. On Thursday, he was asked about it, and he said, quote, "I don't feel like a king. I have to go through hell to get stuff approved," end quote, just as one of his remarks. So you're looking at these scenes here. We will continue to follow what's going on in the nation's capital as we look at what's happening on our streets here at home.
And speaking of home, this is a look back. Sky 5 Rich Prickett, he is above downtown LA this morning in Sky 5. Rich, all of this, people started getting together, congregating around 9:30 this morning. For those who are just tuning in right now to our live stream, they should know that at 10:30, that is when the march began, and it was pretty much on time. So far, what have you witnessed from your vantage point?
Well, I've seen a lot of people make their way into the downtown area. You know, when we originally saw it earlier this morning, there was only a few dozen people, and then it just all of a sudden it turned into possibly tens of thousands of people that have made their way to downtown, right at the steps of City Hall. What you're seeing right now is Pershing Square. So the march has made its way to Pershing Square as they had planned. The march started somewhere around 10:30 this morning and made its way down here to 5th and Olive. Now, that's just one section of the crowd. We'll make our way along 5th Street and then up Broadway, and thousands of people still making their way down Broadway. So some rolling closures through the intersection, trying to make their way through some of the streets here. Let me bring up the map for you. There you go. So we're looking at Broadway here. As we mentioned, some of the props that are making their way down towards Pershing Square, and we're still seeing a lot of people at City Hall that still have yet to make their way over to Broadway. So long lines for this march. A big show of support here for the No Kings March and Rally today, and will continue throughout the into the afternoon. And they ultimately will make their way back towards City Hall. But just a lot of people for the No Kings Rally and March. Very peaceful at this time. LAPD and neighboring law enforcement agencies on standby, but have not been needed at this point. And it's really been up to the organizers to help try and provide some traffic control as this march starts making its way through downtown. And there's the tail end of that march still at City Hall. So just miles long line of people that are here for this rally and march through downtown. Again, from City Hall all the way down to Pershing Square, and then ultimately will make their way back up to City Hall later on into the afternoon. Send it back to you in the studio.
Rich, thank you so much. While I have you here, the crowd looks really, really large. Are you hearing any preliminary estimates on size, on any radio traffic or anything? And understanding that they are preliminary.
Right.
Anything you can share? And also, I thought earlier before we were live with your shot, I thought you maybe had a street where there was LAPD stage, LAPD vehicles. I was wondering if you could describe that.
Yeah, we'll try and make our way up to that area. We did see LAPD that was staged. I believe it was on possibly Spring Street, but up near the LAPD headquarters is where we saw some lines of squad cars as well as officers that have this section of Spring Street between, let's see, 1st Street and possibly 2nd Street here that is that has been blocked off for the LAPD, so preventing the crowd from making their way along Spring, and they want to keep them kind of going in the same general direction. There's First Street right there at Spring, so LAPD on standby, they're on alert, they are communicating, they do have a helicopter that is overhead, giving them an update as to how large the crowd is. However, I haven't heard any official numbers, but just based on what we're seeing, it would appear to be that it's in the tens of thousands of people that have lined the streets here through downtown.
Yeah, we heard earlier in the press conference from Ronnie Villanueva, our fire chief, saying that 106 fire stations fully staffed today, adding special resources, medical task force, a tactical task force. So again, we are taking a look right now. Hopefully none of those task forces need to be implemented this morning, but at least we know that they are there to protect the people of Los Angeles who are out there congregating this morning for these No King protests. It's 11:19 on this Saturday morning. This is a live look right now at what will be the largest protest here in Southern California, which is downtown LA. We're getting the vantage point from Sky 5. We do want to get out to our Aaron Myers, who's on the ground now.
Yeah, Aaron has been talking to people that are some of the thousands that are out there about what exactly has motivated them to take to the streets today. Aaron, I see you with the group right now.
Hi, you two. Yes, we have three ladies here. They came out from Santa Clarita, and they said this is the first protest that they've attended in the past week or so. And you guys chose this one in downtown. Talk to me a little bit, Brianna, why you wanted to come to this one, even though we do have some all over LA County, Orange County, Inland Empire as well. Why this one?
We felt like it was bigger. We felt more united to come out with all these other people out here. And we just felt like it would be better with a bigger crowd, get the message out more. Since all of us are speaking. So yeah, I just feel like that was why.
And you just said the message. What message do you want to get out there?
That we all deserve to be here, papers or not. We all work hard. We all come from immigrant families that have worked hard and have done nothing wrong to be sent away, and we all deserve to be together. The families being ripped apart is really devastating, and nobody deserves to go through that. And yeah, I think we all just deserve to be here as long as we're peacefully working, doing what we're supposed to do.
And yeah, Monica, talk to us about the peaceful part, because I know organizers for the No King's Day protest, they said it is a nonviolent protest. They're telling people to come with that in mind, don't bring weapons, and be prepared to just have your voices heard. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think everyone should come here peacefully to stop the bad rhetoric about immigrants just being criminals. I think violence truly has no place in these types of protests, and so far it's been really peaceful here.
And then I know President Trump has said he doesn't feel like a king. He said that this past week. Your thoughts on that?
I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
I think he's taking into control even more than he should be. Yeah.
His parade. Yeah, he has a parade with all the military, parading the military around. I don't think that this is right. You know, this is something that like a king would do, and America bows down to no kings.
And I know that he was saying the parade is for the military for their 250th birthday, but it's also his birthday.
Yeah.
So your take?
I think it falls on his birthday, and I think maybe this he could have gone about it in a different way, I think. Yeah.
And then now, I know this past week we have seen some protesters get violent. What would your message be to them?
I think, honestly, the looting and the violence really shouldn't have a place in these protests, because that just sort of spreads the bad image that all of us are here to promote violence when we're not. We're just here to stop the bad rhetoric about immigrants and how they're criminals.
And then I know it seems like people are starting to wind down in this area, so I'll let you ladies get back to marching. We know you're headed to Pershing Square, but thank you for talking to us this morning. We really appreciate it. But that is the message that we've been seeing from people, is keeping it peaceful. They say that sends out a stronger message to President Trump's administration if you do keep things peaceful and calm, and that is what we are seeing this morning. We're seeing families out here, and we were talking about LAPD. They are out here outside of LAPD headquarters. They're here just in case, but we know law enforcement has also been encouraging protesters to come out and have their voices heard today. Of course, they're saying they have plans in place if there is any violence or looting, but the goal for everyone that we've talked to so far this morning, at least the people we've spoken to, have your voices heard without any violence. Reporting live here in downtown, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Aaron, thank you. And I just want to point out what we're seeing on the right side of your screen from overhead. It looks like a giant preamble to the Constitution being paraded through the streets of downtown LA at 5th and Broadway here. as part of the demonstration that Aaron was covering from the ground. Here's a look from the sky. Now, of course, we've been saying that these have been planned all over the country and in our area as well. So let's go live now to Long Beach, where another of these King's Day parades, or protests rather, is getting underway, and you can see the growing number of demonstrators here. We can also say that Long Beach PD has put out some information on social media saying that be aware that traffic in the area of Ocean Boulevard and Junipero Avenue is currently impacted due to the demonstration activity. Also saying that the police are there to help facilitate peaceful First Amendment activity and urging demonstrators to abide by all traffic laws, and also saying criminal activity and violence will not be tolerated. This is the general message we're hearing from elected officials and law enforcement all morning long as we are covering these. And here you can see this is at the intersection. It looks like Cherry Avenue is across street. And you can see both people in the vehicles honking their horns, and one even had a sign out the car door. There's a cute dog. And along the street, you can see all of the demonstrators for the Long Beach protest
parade. We do want to apologize in advance for any language that may be offensive on any of these signs. Again, as we take these protests live for you this morning, our continued coverage will continue after this break. Stick with us.